Kat Green's shocking how E.J. DiMera's maturity steals her heart from Chad. Welcome back to the Days of Our Lives channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments surrounding Kat Green's shocking decision to betray Chad DiMera and follow E.J.'s calling. Driven by her overwhelming attraction to E.J.'s maturity and sophisticated worldview that leaves her powerless to resist his magnetic pull. The romantic landscape in Salem has taken a dramatic and unexpected turn, as Kat Green finds herself torn between two DiMera brothers in what has become one of the most captivating love triangles to emerge on Days of Our Lives. What started as a professional relationship between E.J. DiMera and his new assistant Kat Green has evolved into something far more complex and emotionally charged, setting the stage for betrayal, heartbreak, and shocking revelations that will rock the DiMera family to its core. The professional facade crumbles. E.J. and Kat's undeniable chemistry. The professional boundaries between E.J. DiMera and Kat Green began dissolving the moment she stepped into her role as his assistant at the hospital. Their working relationship, which initially appeared strictly business-oriented, has transformed into an intoxicating dance of flirtation and mutual attraction that neither can deny. During their recent business dinner at the bistro, the chemistry between them became impossible to ignore, with E.J. openly admitting he had bid on Kat at the hospital auction because he was genuinely intrigued by her and wanted to pursue a romantic connection. Their dinner conversation revealed layers of understanding and appreciation that Kat had never experienced with Chad. E.J.'s sophisticated approach to romance, combined with his mature perspective on life's complexities, created an immediate connection that left Kat breathless and yearning for more. The way E.J. looked at her with those penetrating eyes, the subtle touches during their conversation, and his ability to make her laugh with his sharp wit all contributed to an evening that would forever change the trajectory of her heart. What makes their connection even more compelling is E.J.'s unexpected appreciation for Kat's controversial past. Rather than condemning her for impersonating Abigail Devereaux, E.J. expressed genuine admiration for her ingenuity and survival instincts. He told Kat that anyone capable of pulling off such an elaborate deception had earned his respect, viewing her actions not as betrayal but as evidence of her intelligence and resourcefulness. This mature perspective stood in stark contrast to the judgment and criticism she faced from others in Salem, making E.J.'s acceptance feel like a warm embrace after months of cold shoulders. The maturity factor, what sets E.J. apart from Chad? The fundamental difference between E.J. DiMera and his younger brother Chad lies in their approach to life's challenges and complexities. While Chad operates from a place of emotional vulnerability and seeks comfort in familiar patterns, E.J. demonstrates the seasoned wisdom of someone who has navigated numerous storms and emerged stronger. This maturity manifests in his understanding of Kat's difficult choices and his ability to see beyond surface-level judgments to appreciate the woman beneath. E.J.'s worldly experience and sophisticated outlook provide Kat with intellectual stimulation that she craves, but has never found with Chad. Their conversations delve into topics of strategy, business, and the intricate dynamics of power subjects that reveal E.J.'s sharp mind and strategic thinking. Kat finds herself drawn to his confidence, his ability to command a room with his presence, and his understanding of the gray areas that exist in human relationships and moral choices. The way E.J. carries himself with quiet authority and self-assurance appeals to Kat on a fundamental level. His maturity is evident in how he handles conflict, makes decisions, and approaches relationships with a level of emotional intelligence that comes from years of experience. Unlike the more reactive and emotionally driven responses she often encounters with Chad, E.J. offers stability and a sense of security that speaks to her desire for a partner who can match her own complexity and depth. Chad's emotional vulnerability, a contrast in approaches. While Chad DiMera has made significant strides in forgiving Kat for her deception regarding Abigail, his approach to their relationship remains rooted in emotional vulnerability and the need for constant reassurance. His love for Kat, though genuine, carries the weight of his past trauma and his struggle to fully trust again. This creates a dynamic where Kat often feels like she's walking on eggshells, afraid that any misstep might reopen old wounds or trigger memories of his beloved Abigail. Chad's younger, more idealistic approach to love contrasts sharply with EJ's mature understanding of human nature and the complexities of adult relationships, where Chad seeks to heal and rebuild, sometimes becoming overwhelmed by the emotional intensity of their connection. EJ approaches relationships with the confidence of someone who understands that love doesn't always follow conventional rules or moral absolutes. The pressure Kat feels in her relationship with Chad stems partly from the constant awareness that she's competing with the memory of a saint. Abigail Devereaux represents perfection in Chad's mind, a pure love that was tragically cut short. Kat recognizes that no matter how hard she tries, she will always be measured against an impossible standard, leaving her feeling inadequate and questioning whether Chad truly sees her for who she is or simply as a substitute for what he lost. The art of seduction, EJ's sophisticated approach. EJ DiMera's approach to winning Kat's affections demonstrates a level of sophistication and understanding that comes from years of experience in matters of the heart. His flirtation is subtle yet unmistakable, delivered with the confidence of a man who knows exactly what he wants and how to obtain it. The way he looks at her during their conversations, the carefully chosen compliments that reveal his genuine appreciation for her intelligence and beauty, and his ability to make her feel like the most fascinating woman in the room all contribute to an irresistible allure. During their dinner date, EJ employed the perfect balance of charm and sincerity that left Kat feeling both desired and respected. His compliments focused not just on her physical beauty, but on her intelligence, her resilience, and her ability to navigate difficult situations with grace. This multidimensional appreciation made Kat feel seen and valued in ways that went beyond surface-level attraction, touching something deep within her heart that had been longing for this kind of recognition. The bedroom eyes that Kat gave EJ during their encounter were not lost on observers, revealing the powerful effect his presence has on her. The way he can make her laugh, the intensity of his gaze when he looks at her, and his ability to create an atmosphere of intimacy even in public settings all contribute to a seductive power that Kat finds impossible to resist. EJ's maturity allows him to read her responses and adjust his approach accordingly, creating a dynamic that feels both thrilling and comfortable. The ISA connection, professional complications. Kat's role as an ISA agent working undercover adds layers of complexity to her relationships with both DiMera brothers. Her mission to investigate EJ's financial dealings puts her in the unique position of having legitimate reasons to spend time with him, creating opportunities for their connection to deepen under the guise of professional necessity. This professional cover allows their relationship to develop naturally while providing Kat with the justification she needs to explore her growing feelings for EJ. The irony of Kat's situation is not lost on those observing the unfolding drama. While she was initially assigned to investigate EJ for potentially criminal activities, she finds herself drawn to his honest approach to their relationship and his refreshing lack of pretense. EJ's awareness of her investigative role, combined with his willingness to be transparent about his own activities, creates a foundation of mutual respect that surprises Kat and challenges her preconceptions about him. Shane Donovan's assignment places Kat in the perfect position to uncover EJ's secrets, but it also puts her heart at risk in ways she never anticipated. The professional boundaries that should protect her from emotional entanglement prove inadequate against EJ's charm and the genuine connection they share. As Kat delves deeper into EJ's world, she discovers that the man she was meant to investigate is far more complex and appealing than she ever imagined. The family dynamics, DiMera brothers' historical pattern. The developing triangle between EJ, Kat, and Chad echoes historical patterns within the DiMera family, where brothers have often found themselves competing for the same woman's affections. EJ's previous involvement with Abigail Devereaux years ago, when he befriended her during Chad's manipulative brain tumor scheme, demonstrates that this is not the first time the brothers have found their romantic interests intersecting. That earlier situation, where EJ and Abigail dated while Chad watched from the sidelines, created tensions that took years to resolve and established a precedent for the current emotional turmoil. The family history adds weight to the current situation, as both brothers are aware of the potential for their romantic rivalry to damage their relationship permanently. However, EJ's maturity and experience give him advantages that he didn't possess during his earlier competition with Chad. He now understands the importance of being strategic rather than merely reactive, allowing him to pursue Kat with calculated patience rather than desperate urgency. Chad's awareness of his brother's past tendency to steal women from him creates an undercurrent of tension that influences his behavior toward Kat. His possessiveness and need for reassurance partly stem from his fear that history might repeat itself, making him more vulnerable to the very insecurities that could push Kat away. This self-fulfilling prophecy dynamic adds tragic elements to what might otherwise be a straightforward romantic competition. The 60th anniversary photo shoot. Symbolic significance. The promotional photo shoot featuring Kat positioned between EJ and Chad for Days of Our Lives' 60th anniversary serves as powerful visual foreshadowing of the romantic triangle that would soon dominate Salem's social landscape. Annalyn McCord's Instagram posts from the shoot, where she referred to being with the Mr. DiMera brothers, generated significant fan speculation and provided the first concrete hint that writers were planning to explore romantic possibilities between Kat and both men. The symbolic positioning of Kat between the two brothers in the promotional materials reflects the emotional reality of her situation, caught between two very different but equally compelling men who represent different paths for her future. The photo shoot imagery suggests that the writers have been planning this triangle for months, carefully building the foundation for the explosive romantic drama that is now unfolding on screen. The timing of the photoshoot's release, coming 9 months before the storyline would air, demonstrates the strategic planning involved in creating this complex romantic dynamic. The visual metaphor of Kat literally caught between the two DiMera men provides viewers with a perfect representation of her internal struggle and the impossible choice she faces between security with Chad and passion with EJ. The betrayal unfolds. Kat's impossible choice. As Kat's feelings for EJ intensify, the weight of her potential betrayal of Chad becomes increasingly difficult to bear. Her growing attraction to EJ's maturity and sophistication creates an internal conflict that threatens to tear her apart, as she recognizes that following her heart means breaking Chad's in the process. The knowledge that Chad has worked so hard to forgive her past deceptions makes the prospect of another betrayal even more devastating. The emotional complexity of Kat's situation is compounded by her genuine care for Chad and her awareness of how much pain another betrayal would cause him. However, her attraction to EJ operates on such a fundamental level that resisting it feels impossible. The mature connection she shares with EJ addresses needs and desires that she didn't even realize she had, making the choice between the brothers feel less like a preference and more like a necessity for her emotional well-being. EJ's understanding of Kat's conflicted feelings demonstrates his emotional maturity and his ability to navigate complex relationship dynamics. Rather than pressuring her to choose quickly, he allows their connection to develop naturally, confident that his patience and understanding will ultimately win her heart. This approach contrasts sharply with any desperation or neediness that might characterize a less mature suitor, making EJ's appeal even more irresistible to Kat. The power of maturity. Why EJ wins Kat's heart. The fundamental reason for Kat's inevitable choice of EJ over Chad lies in her deep-seated attraction to emotional and intellectual maturity. EJ's life experience has taught him how to appreciate complexity in both situations and people, allowing him to see Kat's full worth without the need for her to constantly prove herself or seek forgiveness for past actions. This acceptance provides Kat with the emotional freedom she craves and the security of being loved for who she truly is rather than who she might become. EJ's maturity manifests in countless small ways that create a cumulative effect on Kat's heart. The way he handles difficult conversations without becoming defensive, his ability to find humor in challenging situations, and his confidence in making decisions all contribute to an overall impression of a man who has learned from his experiences and grown stronger because of them. This emotional stability provides Kat with the foundation she needs for a lasting relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. The sophisticated way EJ approaches their relationship, treating Kat as an equal partner rather than someone who needs to be saved or healed, appeals to her independent nature and strong sense of self. His respect for her intelligence and capabilities, combined with his appreciation for her past survival skills, creates a dynamic where Kat feels empowered rather than diminished by their connection. As this shocking love triangle continues to unfold, Salem residents will witness one of the most emotionally complex romantic dramas in recent days of our lives' history. Kat's betrayal of Chad in favor of EJ's mature allure represents not just a change in romantic partners, but a fundamental shift in her understanding of what she truly needs in a relationship. The devastating consequences of her choice will ripple through the DiMera family and beyond, creating drama that will captivate viewers for months to come.